Okay, are you feeling the heat today across western Washington? Temps hit into the mid-80s. Sky King caught several families visiting the Willis Tucker splash pad in Snohomish. That looks like so much fun. Fortunately for most of us, things are going to feel a little bit more seasonal after today's temperatures are going to cool off.
Yeah.
Finally.
Thank goodness. And Adam is here with all the details for us.
Yeah, Joyce, Madison, it was a warm day, perfect day for those splash pads, water parks, just to get out in the water and try to cool down as much as possible. At least here in Puget Sound, you can see the difference out closer to the coast where numbers were only in the 60s and the low 70s for highs. And they're seeing even more of a cool down tomorrow as that marine layer starts to come in farther in to parts of even the Kitsap Peninsula by tomorrow. But today, yes, we did see more of the mid to upper 80s. Lower 80s up around Bellingham. 82, that high actually is a new daily record. The old record back in 2015 at 80 degrees. Now you can see the difference here in Westport. We got the sunshine, but also you can tell moisture kind of plastered on here to the camera lens, cooling things down. Sunshine definitely makes it a little better, at least as far as the cooler temperatures that we have. But up this way, getting live in Parrott and Painfield up in Everett, you can see a few of those upper level clouds pushing on by. We have some moisture, a little more at least, back in the atmosphere. A lot more of it to come as we go deeper on into the week. And up here in Parrott, or up here in Everett, we could maybe put down a little more rain ahead on some of that grass that probably needs a bit of it. Temperatures right now, we're sitting at 86 in Bremerton, 87 in Renton, upper 80s around Puyallup still at this hour at 88 degrees, approaching 90. 66 in Forks, 60 in Hoquiam. Numbers going to come down even more so as we go on into the night. Now, there is some moisture. You can see just a very little bit of it. Eastern slopes of the Cascades. The culprit for all of this, well, it's down this way, spinning just off of the North California coast and the southern Oregon coast. That's going to wrap around. Better chance of some moisture our way as we go into the latter part of tomorrow night and into the earlier half of Friday. So still going to be some time, and we got one more day before that does arrive. But we are expecting temperatures to start to cool down with that marine air starting to come in from off of the Pacific Ocean. So later tonight, you can start to see that start to fill in over the Olympic Peninsula. And we go on into the day tomorrow, and we start to see a few clouds around. Don't think that's going to stick around for long. And I think generally, especially here around Puget Sound, we're talking about a lot of sunshine throughout the daytime hours. But as we get closer to sunset and just afterwards, those clouds are going to race back in. And by tomorrow morning, or heading into Friday morning, we're going to have rain in place. This is at 3 o'clock, and that's just beginning to arrive. And then that will continue on as we go into the morning commute time and throughout the rest of the morning, and even early into the afternoon up across parts of Skagit and Whatcom County, even Snohomish County looking like it's going to get in part some decent rain for this. Now, this is all going to be going along this line right here, I-90 from about Seattle and northward. South of there, little if any rain really expected to fall in the rain gauges. And even here in Seattle, it's going to be a tough go about it with a lot of the rain for the time being projected to stay north of Seattle. Now, as far as the amounts, we're talking about anywhere between 1/4 of an inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch from Everett northward. So again, if this pivots a little farther south, I'm sure a lot of people will be happy and love to see more rain on their lawns, just in their gauges here down across Pierce County and Thurston County. We'll just have to wait and see how things kind of turn out with that. But it is going to be cloudier and cooler heading into the day on Friday. 69 for a high. Rain chances moving on through there, drying out for the weekend, warming back up too with highs back up around 80 on Sunday.